Hello everyone and welcome to the Chessbait Drivecast, your one-stop shop for controversial topics and equally controversial replies, opinions, and perspectives. Buckle your seatbelts and get ready for a wild ride. I don't know, I think it's a good enough intro. Whatever. Moving on. So, today's topic of discussion is driving. Sorry, I had a few topics that I wanted to talk about over the last few days, but I kind of forgot about them. And the whole thing about fat shaming and body positivity, that thing popped in my head later. So that means that popped into conversation a lot earlier. Yeah, today we're going to be talking about driving ability. So people like to give me a lot of crap for not knowing how to drive or driving a little too erratically. And I just want to say that I passed my driver's test on my first try, so I'm not here to get disrespected like that. Like, sure, I may drive a little like certain family members that I have been told that I drive a lot like certain family members because of the way I'm very erratic. Now, I'm not one to honk the horn all that well, but or just at all. But I am one to get into really rash decisions, and because of that, I don't get into accidents. But accident leading situations. I guess that's the best way to put it. And like I said before, I don't want anyone to be giving any crap to me. Sure, I have been getting better at I am not exactly the best at roundabouts, but I am getting better at that as I have to go through one every day to go to work. I am getting much better. I mean, turn signals are just second nature to me. Turning is always easy. I don't know, freeways, I wouldn't say I'm bad at freeways. It's just a little uncomfortable to be on them just because, hey, I have to be wary of which lane I'm in. But again, those things are really easy to keep track of. I don't understand why people give me so much crap about that. Like, I get it. Sure, sometimes I press the brake a little too hard and we stop a little too quickly. A little too much jerk, if you get what I mean. A little physics term right there. And sure, sometimes I may end up accelerating a little too fast. That does depend on the car. I do want to rant about how the car I'm driving. I don't own a car. I'm just going to say that. I have to borrow other people's cars when I'm driving in two places. To and from places. I can't speak English. But certain cars are a lot better with brakes and accelerators than others. And because of that, I get really uncomfortable switching from one car to another. I've gotten accustomed to the car I'm driving right now, but because of that, if I drive a different car, then maybe it'll maybe it'll be more sensitive to the gas pedal and the brake pedal, which means if I tap just a little bit, it'll brake a lot faster. And because I'm used to cars, I have to get accustomed to different cars for different depending on which ones I'm using. It just gets really annoying when, oh look, I've gotten used to this thing, and then I switch cars, and then oops, I accidentally almost made everyone throw up from the way I drive. Well, not the way I drive, just me driving in one way, but how do I say this? Me driving one way, but that way not being applicable to other cars. Let me think of an analogy. It's kind of like when you learn a language, you don't actually learn the language in the in the natural way. If you let's suppose that you're an English speaker who learns Spanish, you're gonna have a lot of English biases in your language, obviously. Like, the way you speak is gonna be more reminiscent of an English speaker than a Spanish speaker, because maybe certain phrases are not meant to be, just don't exist in Spanish, or maybe certain phrases are meant to be said in a different way or in a different order. I mean, it gets especially complicated when you talk about Japanese and Korean, because they put the verbs at the end. There are other languages that do put verbs at the end, but I mean, like, just the normal verb in a sentence, they always put it at the end, which makes things extremely awkward. Which is, I don't know, I've always, gosh darn it. I really hate it when, I really hate road design sometimes. I'm just talking about what's happened right in front of me, because the roads are a little misleading. Like, there's a lane for me to go left, but that lane is also used for the other side to turn left into a building. And then on top of that, the same lane that I'm in, or the same lane that I'm turning into, also is the entrance to a bunch of houses that are on the road. Speaking of houses on the road, I wonder how they work. I never understood the concept of those kind of cars. I meant houses, because like their address has to just be the road that they're on, but that's got to be extremely uncomfortable for like postal workers, because they have to like break in the middle of the road, in the middle of traffic, just to deliver the mail, which means a bunch of cars are gonna have to stop, go, and repeat. I don't know, just a bunch of thoughts I've had in my head. Speaking of certain types of vehicles that get in the way of drivers, cyclists. I don't hate cyclists. I mean, I will make fun of how silly they look half the time because they need to look aerodynamic and such, but I don't know. Like, I just find it sometimes really annoying when there's a bike in the middle of the road and you got to figure out a way to swerve around them without crashing into a car, without crashing into oncoming traffic. I don't know. Always a thought that I've had. Like, you see a bike and you're just thinking, oh, not this again. Like, I gotta figure out a way to go around this dude, and I don't want to crash into the car over there. And I don't even know if I'm allowed to go around this bike, because I don't know the driving laws and street laws all that well, because they never taught me that in school, because the education system is always broken. Oh yeah, that's what I was going to talk about. Education system is broken. Now, I'm again, future topic. Write that down. Put a pin in it. If you guys can't tell, I'm not recording these back to back because my work is not that far away. But I am constantly talking to whoever's on the other side of the screen. I don't know if Minecraft, Among Us, Minecraft. No, I don't know the order of the games that I play. I record these in advance and then play whatever game I want, and then just match the timing, which is why sometimes the audio goes up and down in pitch. I just have to make sure that the game matches up with the gameplay matches up with the audio that I have. Behind the scenes with Chessbait. No. As usual, I just forget what I was going to say. I run out of things to say, and I just keep rambling on for no reason. Yeah, if you guys can't tell, I was gonna talk about how people make fun of me about driving for 15 minutes straight, and then I realized, there isn't really much to share, and I don't know, sometimes I go into these things thinking that I have a topic that I can talk 15 minutes about, and then I just kind of run out of things to talk about, and run out of bullet points. It's kind of like when you're writing a high school essay, and you have several bullet points, but the bullet points aren't as long as you thought it would be. Like when you're writing an essay, you have paragraph 1, talking about this point, present the evidence, blah, blah, blah. And then you have paragraph 2, present the evidence, and blah, blah, blah. Then paragraph 3, present the evidence, blah, blah, blah. Oh no, but that actually makes the essay really short, because the evidence was not that long, and my reasoning was so good that it was too concise. No, that never actually happens to me, but I do run out of words quite often. Okay. Unless we're talking about like big essay research papers that we gotta do for like history class, then everybody runs out of words real quick, because people have so many good pieces of evidence that they want to bring up, and then once they bring it all up, they realize, oh wait, the word count was only like 2,000 word. Okay, not 2,000. That's a lot. It was only like 1,600. Wait, 1,600. How many words are there per page? I can't even remember. I don't know. Let's suppose that 1,600 words was just 5 pages. I don't remember how long essays are. Oh yeah, but they are double spaced. You know what? Just ignore it. Just suppose that 1,600 words is 5 pages worth of essays, 5 pages worth of writing, and suppose that you accidentally had 2,000 words. And then you gotta figure out a way to cut down on words, because you use over figurative language, and you realize that the way you type makes things seem way more verbose than they really are. Seriously, if there's one way, I remember I saw a YouTube video that said how to lie without lying, and the entire video was just about how you can make yourself appear more formal by verbosing your vocabulary. If you express yourself in a descriptive manner, alternatively to a concise and brief expression, that like stuff like that. You gotta use big words to make yourself seem more high class than you really are, and not really high class, but just more how do I say this? Yeah, just more business formal. Yes, just make yourself appear more formal than you really are. And I actually forgot where I was going to go at this point. Business formal, to make yourself seem more appropriate. Wow, I really lost the plot halfway through. I had a train of thought, and I completely lost it. Speaking of train of thought, Among Us. No, Inside Out is a great movie. But I'm not going to talk about it now because I'm almost at work, and I'm going to be pretty late. So, just preview for hopefully next Drivecast, if I do remember to talk about it. We're going to be talking about why Inside Out is an amazing movie, and why some of the plot holes that people talk about aren't really logical. Yeah, logical. Besides that, if you guys enjoyed this episode of the Chessbait Drivecast, drive safely. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe to all the good stuff down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.